What's going on, guys? This is Alex with All City Detail, and in today's video I'm gonna go ahead and go over some beginner mistakes so that way hopefully you guys can avoid them. So let's go ahead and get started.
So any problems you encountered that might help like beginner detailers?
I would say just to take care of your towels. Take care of your towels because that's gonna be where a lot of scratching comes from. If you don't take care of them, if you dry them on high or you know, add the wrong detergents, you can mess up the towels.
Dry them on high? What do you mean by like the...
Because the microfibers, what they do is they pick up like little debris, dirt and debris. So if you singe, like if you burn them, they'll turn like, you know when you burn your arm hairs or something, they like curl up and they turn hard on the end.
Yeah.
The same thing will happen to your microfiber towels. So you have to make sure you don't, it's called singeing, like singeing the edges, you know? You don't want to singe the towels because then they'll become abrasive.
Yeah, Alex, so right now you just talked to a new potential customer. Would you say for like new detailers, like pricing packages, charge too little, charge more?
I would say for new detailers, charge more. Whatever you're thinking of charging, if you haven't started yet, whatever you're thinking of charging, double it, because you're gonna thank yourself later. If you start off at your $25, $30, even if you're at like $50 and you're taking 2 hours to do a package for $50, I mean, you know, I see people at fast food restaurants and stuff making about $20 an hour nowadays, so that's pretty similar, and they're putting in a lot less expenses to go to work than you are. So definitely taking accountability to what you're putting in gas, products, time, add all that up, and then put your profit on top of that, because you have to get paid too. You know what I mean? You got to keep the business alive and you got to get paid, and that's like two people. You got to pay the business and you got to pay yourself. So whatever you're thinking of charging, double it, because it ain't just you that needs to get paid.
Yeah, so you know, talking about spending money, what was your biggest money waster?
Getting that NV200. This is my second van. I had a NV200, and that van at that time where my business was, it wasn't a good idea. I was working a full-time construction job, and then I was doing detailing on the side. So I was able to go in and just sign and drive, you know what I mean? I didn't put no money down. I went to the dealership and said, I want that new van right there. Bam, let me just get that. Bam, signed and drove it off the lot, you know what I mean? Had my friend follow my car in the back. So I would say start off with something very, very cheap. Don't try to go and jump in with 2 feet and get in debt before you got enough customers to pay, you know what I mean, all the bills. Don't quit your job before you you know, have enough clientele, because in the long run you're gonna struggle and it's not gonna be good, you know what I mean?
Would you say the NV2 van was one of your biggest headaches, or did it
no, it wasn't a headache. It was just like, it just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. You know, I thought like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna have this nice van and it's gonna do so much for my business, but really the van doesn't get customers, you do. And if you don't get out there and promote, then you know that van is just gonna be sitting there, and Nissan's gonna be coming through like, where's my monthly bill? You know what I mean? So you better remember that the business depends on you, not what you're driving and not what you're using, like equipment wise or the setup wise, to detail. It matters of your knowledge, your effort, and yeah, maybe even the products that you use. Some products are better than others, but if you know how to use them, you can get away with anything.
Any other beginner mistakes?
I would say when you're washing a car and you're pulling out your wash mitt or your microfiber towel from the bucket, you always want to watch out with like little twigs and stuff that might be on the vehicle. You know what I mean? It was just Christmas recently. You might pick up like, say, little pine needles, man, and those things stick to microfiber towels crazy. Even when you're doing interior, you could pick one up, throw it in the dirty clothes, wash it. It can contaminate your towels, and it can just get lost in the microfiber and start scratching little by little, and you don't know. So always examine your towels, pretty much. Always examine your towels, and don't be scared to throw them away if they're messed up.
Alex, so going back to the prices, did you ever like make too big of a jump in prices?
I feel like I have, and I have lowered my prices back in 2019. I think I lowered my prices. I had like a full detail at like 500, and then I remember I sold a couple of those, or booked, you know, that's more of like a polite way to say it. And I booked a couple of those, and it wasn't really, you know, getting booked as often, so I lowered the price, and it still wasn't getting me booked as often. So I just realized that it's not about the price, it's just supply and demand. You know, if your customers need a full detail, they'll get it. If they see the value in it, they'll get it. So sometimes you have to post videos, make content, educating them on what a full detail can do for them, or maybe even, you know, just, that's probably the best way. You gotta show people. People wanna see what they're paying for at the end of the day. So if you can show people your results, before and after shots on your Instagram or on your YouTube, that's probably gonna help your business a lot. But making too big of a jump on the price is gonna just be determined on how you promote it, you know what I mean? Marketing is everything. If you feel like nobody's buying your services because they're too expensive, I think you need to just educate them on why they're that price. Because if you look around at everything is going up. You know, cars are more expensive. I can probably sell this van for way more than I got it. I got it for $1,600 and I can probably sell it for like $10K, to be honest. You know, because I have it on OfferUp right now and they're hitting me up for it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't lower, once you hire your prices, don't lower them. Stand your ground. But this is why I want to go back to saying don't leave your job too soon. Don't get in too much debt, because your prices are your prices because you believe in yourself and you know that that's what they should be. So don't lower them to meet somebody else's needs. If they don't want to pay your prices, then unfortunately, then you just need to find other clients, because you value your time and you know what your worth is and you know what you put into your business. They don't. So don't lower your prices, because that's going to make them devalue your business and you as a person as well, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna say, see, I knew he was charging too much, and then all this stuff. Don't lower your prices.
So don't be scared to lose customers over price hikes or price increases?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't, because at the end of the day, they're gonna go try out other people, and they're gonna come back to you and say, man, I know why you charge that much, or, you know what I mean? Sooner or later, they're gonna realize why you're charging that, and at the end of the day, you put the time in to build that price. Hopefully you didn't just guess, but you know, put in some time to think what you're putting in, and if you're putting in more than, you know, what you're getting out, then you need to keep your prices high. If you're using cheaper products and you're not putting enough money into your business, then yeah, you know, you're gonna make some profit. That's good. Charge accordingly, but based on your products and your expenses day to day as a detailer, that should be pretty much prorate your price. You know what I mean? Because you can use a bucket of Armor All products from Walmart, go out and detail. So yeah, you can charge cheaper, but you need to just educate the client on why your prices are more expensive versus the other detailers out there, or why they're cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, there's detailers out there that use more expensive products than me. Alrighty guys, this is Alex with All City Detail from the Los Angeles area. So hopefully you learned from some of the mistakes that I have made. Hopefully you don't make the same mistakes. And if you have made any other mistakes that I didn't cover, definitely drop a comment below, let us know. So that way other detailers in the comments can also learn from those experiences as well. Thank you for tuning in.